Okay, welcome back, everyone. Now, Saloma Kelly is our next speaker. I have done a little bit of the LinkedIn stalking, and her LinkedIn profile is basically like a Hello magazine or something. I do encourage you all to have a good scroll. I've now learned what a professional chaperone tutor is, but she's also a digital marketer, and she used to have an events company, so I'm sure we've got so much in common. So today, Saloma is going to talk about social media, mastering online marketing strategies, how she built her own following to 7,000, which led to repeat customers and referral. I think there's a lot of vanity in social media followers, and it's actually about quantity and what converts. So I'm super interested to hear about that. And she's going to talk specifically about Instagram, and she has encouraged you to have your phones at the ready as well. So please give her a big round of applause.
At that point, I was supposed to have a musical interlude and I was going to do the whole dance. I had the microphone, but this was my intro. This was my hook. Do you get it? I hooked you in. She's like, why is she wearing that top? What's she doing? What happened? I can't do corporate. I've tried. I really have tried. It's just not me. So really what I want to do, just share my little story. So this is Layla. This is Saloma, but this is Layla. Go back into the storytelling from before. Is your persona of your character, of the person who's buying your product. So Layla is my character for my products, my services that I offer. She's a mum of two. She's a single mum. She really wants to go with a business, but she doesn't know where to begin, where to start. She doesn't have the funds. She's got all these things in her mind, but she still shows up. She doesn't care how she's doing it, but she's determined because her two children, her why. That's her why. It makes her cry at night. Every day she looks at her children, she thinks, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. She's tired, she's got nappies. She's got food to feed, kids to feed. So this is Layla, this is my story. This is the character that I've kind of created, and a lot of my clients think, when is she coming back? I like to do a lot of edutainment. I'll explain about that in a minute. So edutainment, making it funny. As I was outside a few minutes ago, you were all thinking, why is she wearing that? Apart from Beyonce, yeah, that's another story. I'm doing her, but this is Layla, this is my character, this is who I'm selling my products and services to online. So I'm going to tell you a bit more about really the purpose of Instagram. So, utilise Instagram for business. So this is me. My journey has been, and my career has taken different pathways, but you know what? Everything that I've done over the time in my career, I use it in different ways. So whether I've been on TV and productions, I'm using that now into storytelling, into my Instagram posts, how I'm getting out there to more of my clients, my potential customers and clients. It's not perfect, but I show up. Some days I think, oh, I really can't do this today. I show up because the clients that I have and the customers that I'm trying to attract are coming to me. When I got an email a while back from a client on my email list, she sent me an email and it made me cry because it said, I love your emails because it's just me being me. I'm just me. There's only one Saloma. I don't think we could do another, to be honest. So this is me. I'm just going to explain a little bit about what we're going to talk about today. How you can utilise Instagram to your advantage. The amount of people who are using Instagram now is so powerful. It's so powerful. Use it for your advantage. So we're going to talk briefly about the Instagram numbers, how you can build a strong brand presence. As you can see, my brand colours, I'm very pink, I'm very green. Even in my house now, I've got the green in my hat. I've got butterflies in my hat. Because somebody gave me this name of social butterfly. I used to live in the Bahamas and I'm a very social person. And I remember having a party and then this lady said, oh, you're a social butterfly. And I was like, I do. Wherever I go, I like to meet new people. I talk to anyone. Just being me, I'm a social butterfly. So that kind of comes through in how I am online, how I am here today. This is me. How you're going to engage with your audience. You're showcasing your products and your services. Your best content on Instagram. And also take actions with reels and next steps. These are just a few things that we're going to talk about today. But it's not going to be me just stood here talking. I don't do that. As Holly said, if you look at my profile, I was a teacher. Still am, kind of. So there's so many elements of my career that I bring to my business in different ways. So when I'm in the classroom and I've got all the children captivating that audience, how can I encourage them to learn and understand what I'm teaching them? Flashing lights too. So if you are following me today, one thing I want you to do is make sure you use a hashtag for Strive and for a Mastercard, and also tag me in your post so I can see what you're doing online. And also I'll be checking up on your businesses, because I will be doing homework shortly. So, which social media platform are you using at the moment? Just a show of hands of what you're using at the moment. Which particular platform are you using? Instagram and TikTok. Yes, Instagram, TikTok, very similar, but different kind of audiences. TikTok is growing hugely, because people want a visual. People don't have time necessarily to read information. They want to just find the information, okay, get it, or it's entertaining. It's entertaining. Do you do entertainment posts? Yeah, make people laugh. Try to be funny. You just be you. Yeah. Anyone else use Facebook? Who uses Facebook? Some people, not as much. Yeah, use Facebook. What part of Facebook do you use?
Meta changed it so when you post a reel on Insta, it goes to Facebook.
Yeah. Yes. But then also put that into shorts on YouTube. Sorry, digress. As I digress. Same content, different platform, still reach, and people not using shorts, but that's a whole nother lesson. Anyone else using anything else? Anything different? Yes. Twitter, just is still a good platform to use. And I find Twitter where you can engage with your audience, you can talk to them. I mean, I went to the Soap Awards this week by fluke. I've just started talking to some of the cast because I was just there with my daughter, taking pictures, but I'm getting to different audiences. I'm just having conversations. And it's not like weird conversations, but just being real. Just be real. Don't be fake, be real. But you also got things like Pinterest. I remember when Pinterest first came out and nobody really was using Pinterest as much because it's more, but use it. Whatever you create on one platform, you can then use it on a different platform in different ways. But I would say focus on the one, master that before you move on to something else and something else. So let's cut out the fluff. Let's get rid of all the fluffiness now. Because I think it's important that when you're doing business to stay focused on what you need to do. We're going to be talking about Instagram Reels. So on my Instagram, I'm not about the vanity matrix at all. I'm about getting qualified leads on my email list. So if you know about email marketing, it's about creating your list and building that list. That list belongs to me now. Prime example, I went to Marks & Spencer's the other day and the app, got the app because I want all the little freebies that they give me. One day they gave me some bread, they gave me an apple. But I keep going back to the app. If I get an email from M&S, oh, what's the offer? Matalan, prime example. My parents want some suitcases. I'm looking for my emails now. Did they send me an offer? Because that email list is so crucial to a business, more so than the number of followers you have on your Instagram page. So don't get caught up with vanity because it doesn't pay. It's good to have them, but how many people are you getting from your followers onto your leads? That's crucial. So I'm always creating content about how to give value to my audience. So my target audience are, let's say, women in business, Layla, and giving her content that's relatable to her business, whether she sells a product or a service base. How can I help her, not me, how can I help her to deliver her goods to, because I know she's got amazing products. I know she's got amazing content, but how is she selling it to me? For example, there's going to be one business there tomorrow called Root to Ginger. I am obsessed with this business. I should have had shares in it. I'm obsessed. And the reason why is her branding. Her branding's on point. What she does, I just feel the whole aura. I've seen her at different market stalls. I've just constantly followed her because she creates great content. Her products are amazing. She does everything that she needs to do. So give me that. Give me that in your products and your services. For example, what kind of products do you sell in here in the room today? What kind of products? What kind of businesses have you all got? Are you just starting out? Anyone? Co-working? So co-working space. I've never been here in here. I've never been here before till today. Why do I want to come back. I love it here. Why do I need to come back here? Sell it to me.
Because you meet so many amazing people.
So I meet people. Other businesses, I can then collaborate. So you go back to what Holly said before, I can collaborate with other people. I can collaborate with other people. Anything else? The coffee machine. Sorry, that got me. I've already taken a video on my this coffee machine. What else? Give me another selling point. Unique selling point. What?
Work-life balance, yeah,
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah. So it's you're coming away from the home environment. You're coming somewhere different. You're not having all those overhead fees. Sold. I'm coming back next week. Anything else? Any other businesses that you might have? Yes. Financial education, and that right now is important. Important. On my vision board this year was to be financially educating myself about finances, about pensions and things like that. That's just, back in the day, I was like, it's not me. How are you selling it to me?
Yeah.
It's a topic where you've got to educate people. How?
Get savings and pensions, you can retire all downside.
Right, so narrow it down to more smaller chunks. It's information that everyone needs to know. Who's your target audience?
People between the ages of 18 to 35.
Perfect. If I was at that time, at that age, it'd be different now. If I was an 18-year-old, not really thinking about pension, I'm living my best life, I'm on the beach, taking selfies. Sell it to me. So show me. Why is this information important for me right now? Because you're only 18, you've got your whole life to live. But if you start young, you can rest later. So it's, again, selling that information really important. Right, so over 1 billion monthly active users are currently on Instagram. They're waiting for you. All these people are waiting for you. We've got 500 million daily active users. Active users who are just waiting to see your product. Have you ever been on Instagram where you just scroll and like, oh, and then you end up following them? But then later on you figure, oh, what was that business called again? I can't remember it. I always make sure I save them for later. Save their post for later, because it might be something that I might not need right now, but later on. That's why your content has to be valuable to what you're giving them. So making sure that it's transparent, but you're creating valuable content that's interesting. It's not just you. This is great, that's that, wonderful. Next, what makes them stop? It's that hook. It's the Layla jacket. Right, 80% of users follow at least one business account. So if you've not got a business account right now, you need to maybe change over. So there's different types of accounts on Instagram. A business account allows you to do Facebook ads, Instagram ads, you get more detailed insights. There's a lot more things you can do on a business account. A personal account is more for family and friends. You can't sell to them. You can, but it's not. It's very much a profile page for your own personal pleasures. You've got 200 million Instagram users that visit at least one business profile daily. So think about, how are you changing your profile now? If you're not yet on Instagram, how can you have a business account or a professional account? Right. So build a strong brand presence. Layla again, she's at it again. You know what, I have fun. I have fun. If people don't like my content, they'll swipe next. Doesn't matter. Because I know my target audience are still watching, they're still engaging with me. They send me a DM. And we're having like private conversations. There's people who are on my Instagram that I've never ever met. But we have a relationship online that it's like my best friends for life. And if they're not seeing me, like I was ill beginning of last year, I'll come to the end of the story. I had a health scare. And that for me just threw everything off kilter. And it was one of those stories where it will be my story at some point. It's going to be my story. And it was that moment where, okay, people were reaching out to me, people who've never met before. Saloma, are you okay? Are you fine? Don't worry, can't wait to see you back. I was like, wow. And it touched me on another level that I've never experienced it before, because they were genuinely interested in me and how I could help them. They want to see me back up, giving great content. So again, think about your content. Establish a strong brand presence on Instagram. Now, I've looked through Eventbrite, Enterprise Nation, and I've just chosen a couple of businesses who I've seen doing really well on their Instagram posts. And one was called Overnight Oats. And I was scrolling through her page. She was giving great content about her overnight oats. She's a plant-based protein breakfast. And she was giving giveaways. She had a picture of her in the pictures. She wasn't shy. I just liked her content. She's got her branding colours all on point. And then you also have Green Roofs Market. And I love this one because it was all to do with like greenery. buy online, and then she was adding them, buy online, shopgreens.com. But the content was all about, because I can never, like, in my house, my plants always die. I try. I really do try. But she was educating me on how to look after plants. And it was informative information that I thought, oh, I like that. It's interesting. So increase discoverability, promote content. You can integrate it with Facebook. You can also create relevant content to your niche. So what are some of your niche clients? So, for example, Colony House, who's your niche? Who would you? Creatives. So people in the creative industry, marketers, someone like me, I need to be here. Anyone else? Who's not your ideal client here then, would you say?
I think like huge companies.
Big companies, yeah. Big corporate companies, yeah. So you're the small-based businesses, people who need a small business place to come and work, and it's a friendly atmosphere, they've got different rooms, so it's sold. Anything else? Any other businesses that we've got? Anyone else? Any other kind of businesses? Product-based? Anyone got a product-based business? Yes, you've got product-based? Yes! What kind of product-based do you do?
I do like the educational resources like
Flashcard. So again, back to the education. So the flashcards. So who's your ideal client? Like a parent or educating. Right. So schools and things like that, because they need to know, well, how will that help me in a school, or how would that help my child? Show them, tell them, explain, but don't overload. It's very hard to, you know so much. You want to give it everything. But you've got to bring it back down, and bring it back down to what they understand in simple form. Because if you explain too much, it's like, all right, next. So product-based. So Instagram shopping, you can tag your products in your posts and stories, allowing users to explore and purchase directly from your profile. So this is quite a fairly, I'd say, when I had one of my other businesses, I was trying to tag items in the post. It was getting a bit complicated in the beginning, but it's now, I think, Instagram have now evened it all out. So it's a bit more clear on how you can actually have your shop on your Instagram profile at the top there. So there's some others as well called Yendi. I was just doing like a little search of some other products of like companies who are doing really good jobs on their social media platform, Instagram. It's visual. Now this particular one, you've got content here as a reel. We call this user-generated content. It's where they've got users. Some of them are influencers, but some of them are users. Like, for example, myself, if I'm using their products, I will take some videos. They might have a competition to say, show us using your products. You could use that content. It's been created already for you. They've already made it for you. All you've got to do is look, maybe edit it a little bit, put it back up. Because that now is social proof to your business that these products are selling, they're doing really well, and this is what they're saying. All these here. So you can see they've got men, women, target audience, colour, the branding. So this was called Yendi. She's got a colour scheme, a branding colours. But again, we're using reels. So all these posts here, the little icon here, they're all reels. You've got some like over the backgrounds. So it's really good quality content, but using user-generated content. People have already done it for you. You can just balance it out. Okay, one day I'll do a user-generated content post. Another day I'll do a carousel post. I might do an image post. But obviously things are changing, constantly changing on Instagram. Since last year, I've seen so many changes on the platform that I'm like, another change. But it's because they want you to stay on the platform and get more reach of people out there. Right, engaging with your audience. I do mine in very different ways. You could get overwhelmed by seeing all the other businesses that are doing something that's similar to you. How could you be different? How could you step out from, when everyone else is going that way, you go that way. Do it different. This is something that I always tell my children. When everyone else is going left, go right. We could be on a tube station in London. Everyone's going on that tube, we'll go on that tube then. Find your path. Don't follow the norm. Just do it differently. There's other people who do what I do, but how am I doing it differently? I'm showing up. I'm being Layla. I'm getting out of my own comfort zone and not sitting on that chair and thinking, oh, I'm too scared. I can't do this. Be different. Just be different and just be unique. So engage with your audience. So top seven ways to engage is respond to comments. Now, you can't do it every single comment. It's as your business grows and grows, but it's making those engagements. It's engaging with your ideal clients on your own post, but also other business posts as well. Once you go to other people who are in your niche, and just a little comment, it might not be a comment, it might just be a little like on the heart. They're like, who just liked my post on that page? They'll come over to you. Oh, what do you do? They start scrolling through, thinking, that's a good idea. I like that post. They start to follow you. They start to engage in your products and your services. Encourage user-generated content, which I just talked about before. Use hashtags. Hashtags is a very funny one where we're to use it, are we to not use it? Are we using it? We're not using it. Now, I don't use it in my stories. My stories place is my place where a lot of my followers come to just see what's she doing today? What's next? It's more behind the scenes, nurturing my audience, getting them to feel a bit more about what I do as a business owner, but also sharing a little bit of content, and then also letting them know about what content's going to be on my little post, or if I'm doing a masterclass. Like, for example, this event here, I've been sharing it everywhere, everywhere to everybody. I've been telling everybody just by talking to them. People asking me where's the link to send on the link, but just sharing content that's valuable to your audience, that makes sense to them in their business. Run contests and giveaways. So think about how can you run a contest or a giveaway for your space or whatever you're doing. It could be maybe an hour session on financial management, something. It could be show me maybe one part of your product, not the whole thing. Don't give everything away. Just give a little bit, a little taster. Because once they get that taste, they're like, oh, actually this is really good. Where can I buy the rest of it? So it's being clear on what you're giving away and what your contests are. Collaborate with influencers. We've always talked a lot about influencers, but collaborating with influencers that are in your niche, not just random influencers. Like I had a client once, her following was really growing, but for me, I was like, well, how many people are actually on your email list? So she went ahead and did her email list. She's got a marketing sales page up and everything, and she was growing an email list. People started buying the products. So the influencers, choose the right ones. That's very important. Choose the right influencers, but collaborate with other people who are in your niche. So for example, as an Instagram expert, I could maybe I have worked with other business owners before in different fields, but we collaborate. It's not, I don't see it as, oh, that's theirs. I might take all their business from them. No, it's a collaboration. The more people who see you, the more people will follow you and more people will do business with you in the long run. So it's about sharing. It's about a sharing system. Live video streaming. So you can do live videos on Instagram. So you might even have, if you're collaborating with somebody, another company, you can actually do a video with 2 of you on. You can even do 3 or 4, I think, on the videos now, where you can all maybe have a discussion collaboratively about some particular area. Collaborate with other brands. So have a think now, which other brands could you collaborate with? Right, showcasing products and services. Hope I'm not going too fast.
No.
Content good?
Yes.
Good. Right, best content on Instagram. So high quality visuals, authentic and relatable. Authentic, real. I see some posts where I'm like, oh, that's not real. I know it's not real because I think from another standpoint, or they've bought followers. Please don't do that one. I know I've been on some, she just bought followers. Why are they just going to done that? I told you not to do that. Be real, be authentic, just be you. If there's something happening in your business that's not great, share it. Because then you're being authentic and real. Use generated content. Behind the sneak peeks. Don't you just love it when people are like behind the curtain like that? Oh, what they're doing next. People like to know. It's kind of like Big Brother on Instagram. People like to know what's going on behind the scenes. Take pictures, take videos of you behind the scenes, creating content of videos. Like today, I've been with my little, I've got a little stand. This is me. I literally take this everywhere I go. And then my kid's like, oh, Mum. Because there might be points where I think, oh, I could do a bit of content here. And it's just so random. I'm like, it might not be perfect. I might not have a makeup on, or something's not right with my hair. And I'm just like, oh, today's not the day, but I just do it. I was in Tatton Park a few months ago, and I was like, right, kids, let's do it. Because there's always a point where I'm having a moment where I think, content, I could do it now. So just literally your phone is probably your best asset at the moment, your phone, because there's no excuse. I've got this content, I took this on holiday, and it bends around trees. Literally. I went to Beyonce last week, I had it on the stand. I had the best camera shot ever. Everyone went, you were so close. I went, I know, it was that. Because of the stand. Just little things like that. So just create content wherever you are. So, behind the sneak peek. Educational, informative. Educate your audience. Tell them about what your products and services can do. It could be one little thing. For example, I had a lady who sold creams, and she was telling me all these things about what the cream had in it. I was like, what does that mean? I said, sell it to me, but keep it simple. She put it in the content, the video, and just shared little snippets. Because when you overload people, customers, your potential clients, they just get overwhelmed, like, next, share. There's a company called Disbury Gin who are going to be there this weekend. I've seen them before. I love that gin. I was on their page this morning just looking at their content. And I was like, I'm buying that tomorrow because it was visually pleasing. I could see what they were mixing with each thing. I was like, oh, I can do that at home. So it's the visuals. Instagram is very much a visual place. So we've got user reviews and testimonials. Again, social proof. So if someone's used your product or your service, ask them for a review, ask them for a testimonial. That helps to create even more content for your social media platform. Storytelling, to go back to what Anna says before, tell a story. It could be about your brand, of how you started. You went from here to next stage, but just share it and be authentic with what you're saying. Right, I think I've done enough talking for now. Instagram Reels. For your marketing, it's short form content. It builds a relationship with your audience. Focus on creating value over vanity metrics. I know I keep talking about vanity metrics because it's one of the things that I find you can get overwhelmed and you start worrying, oh, I don't have enough followers. But how many people are on your email list? It's your list. You've got to build your list. That's your asset. Was it last year or the year before? I think Instagram and WhatsApp went down. Everyone was like, oh. I had a company whose business just wiped out. They got rid of the whole account. And I kept saying to her, have you built your list? She went, no. I was like, did say. Build your email. Because if one day Instagram, we don't own any of these platforms. We're just having a little, kind of like a workspace in a way. You're just borrowing their workspace and they could take it away at any point. So it's important to build your list, build your list. Use that platform to build your list. So through email marketing. Right, take action. Create a reel. This is what we're going to do now. So, as you are throughout this afternoon and later on today, you're going to create a reel. This is your homework. Because I don't want you to talk. I want you to tag me in your post. You're going to create a reel. So by midnight tonight, I'm going to give you midnight. I'll give you extra time now. You're going to create a reel, Instagram reel. If you've not done a reel before, it's fine. I can help you. You're going to create a post. You're going to tag me in your post at Social Butterfly Academy, hashtag, and I'm going to choose, once I can see you in the feed of this particular hashtag, I'm going to choose just one. I'll put everyone's name in a hat, and I might even do it on live on my Instagram. I'll just choose one. I might choose a few more, depends how nice I am. And I will do an Instagram reel audit for you, and then just kind of help you and just show you what to do for your business and give you some tips, and hopefully you can take it away. But I will be checking from a month's time, right, what have they been doing since that day? I'm watching. So you're going to create an Instagram reel. So as the day goes on today, I want you to make sure you're creating content with your phones. Everyone got an iPhone or Android, some kind of device? Let me see, hang on. Let's take this back. Who is going to take action today? Just show hands. Everyone's hand. Oh. You're scared. Take action. Doesn't matter if it's terrible. Even if it's an Instagram story. But I really want you to focus on trying to create an Instagram reel. How do you do that? Let me explain. So these are just some of the reels that I've seen recently from some other businesses. I really like this lady, Savvy Wellness. One drink once a day. But the video that was before this, she was showing me the box and what's in the product and everything. So it's all of this. One Daily Hero gives you 5 products. Obviously, I would like to know, explain a bit more about B complex. Some of these things are a bit like, why should I have more of this? But again, it was content. She's explaining what's in this. The product placement was at the back. I just loved it because it was informative, but it explained what's actually in this product. Like this bit here. What does this mean? Maybe she could go into more explanation about what that is because it might mean a lot to her, but for someone like me, do I need to drink this? Is it important? Yes, it is. So again, explain it. Another case scenario was a company who was selling these products of like personal gifts. So again, product placement had like a little scenery. They did it in snippets. So here, the hook. I came in just now in this top. This is my hook. It made you all go like, oh, she's wearing that. This is a corporate type event. This is my hook. This has got you in. This got you intrigued, got you thinking, oh, what's next? Hook me in. Think about your product or your service now. How can we hook, like a right hook, somebody into my business? Colony House, how could you hook us in? Can you think of a sentence that just hook me into your workplace? You know what? It's the coffee machine for me. Sorry, it's the coffee machine. It's the coffee machine that got me. Yeah, I don't know why. It's the coffee. I know it's it's the coffee that got me first. Hook me in. Just hook me in with that opening picture. So it could be like a little snippet, a 2-second snippet of that first picture. The next thing, now, your content pillars. So we talk about content pillars in Instagram. So you can have educational, which is informative, inspirational or motivational, a behind the scenes, an inside look into the business or product, use generated content. For 3 minutes now, if you've got a piece of paper or back of a pen, I want you to write me a hook sentence of your intro reel. Just a hook. Just give you 2 minutes. Can you do it right now? On your phone, yeah, you've got your phone, you've got your notes on your phone. Just write me a hook sentence. Just literally 2 minutes about your product or service. What could you hook somebody in with your business? What could you write? What could it be about? So my hook was this, for example. I'm Layla. Everyone's thinking. If you can't think, it's fine. Just do it later. But just be thinking, right, what's your hook? How are you getting people into your business already with a hook sentence? Because that sentence is crucial. That picture is crucial. Then you're going to think about, you've done your hook now, you're going to think about 3 valuable pieces of information about your content now, that what you're going to post about. So 3 valuable pieces of information. So I, for example, like my recent post. My recent post yesterday was about Instagram, about leads on Instagram. And I did a little video, and let me just get it. It was really getting people to think about, well, what are leads? And I started with a quick video of, well, what are leads? What, like leads like a dog? It got people in. What does she mean? Because leads, to me, I know what I'm talking about when I talk about leads. Not everyone knows what the word leads means. So I started off with a hook. What are leads? You mean like a dog? It made people watch the next one. So the point is that you want to keep people on your reels to the end, watch the whole, because it will help you in the algorithm. If you start from the beginning, keep them watching, Instagram will push you up and keep watching. Well, actually, these people are actually interested in what this person has to offer. Let's continue to push it. So about engagement. So you've written your at least 1 or 2 things that you're thinking about. Now, the last bit is the call to action. I gave you a call to action when I came in. Anyone know what it was? I just started it. I didn't really finish it. My call to action was to make sure you follow and you use a hashtag. That was my call to action today. In my Instagram post, I might put my call to action might be follow for more tips, or I might say click on the link in the bio to download my downloadable guide, because I want people on that list. If I'm telling you to go and do it, they will do it. On my carousel post the other day, I had people who were saving a carousel post because I said, save this post for later. I checked my analytics, they've saved it because I've told them what to do. I'm not being bossy. I'm just saying, save it, and they will do it. So if you tell them what to do, they will do that action. So by the end of today, you're going to do it. I'm going to be checking your homework to make sure that you've created a 15 to 30 second reel with your content pillars, with your 3 statements, and a closing statement and a strong call to action. Don't say, well, if you want to, you can follow. No, follow for more information, for more tips. Be clear. Just be clear. Don't fluff it up. Just be clear in what you're saying. Right, so what is stopping you from creating reels now? What's stopping everybody? You're scared of the camera. You don't have to be in front of the camera. You could just be your hands first, do product placements of your hands, your services. It could be voiceover. There's so many other software like InShot, CapCut that you can use to edit, and you can just do a voiceover. You don't have to always be in the camera. But people like people. If they can see you, they can hear you, they're more likely to connect with you. You have a bigger return. I remember when I was first starting out my business, I laugh now. You've got to learn. Yeah. You've got to learn because I was in a big magazine. I spent a lot of money to be in this magazine. I had like a quarter spend on this magazine. And I was so excited. I've just gone in this big magazine. I've done my I didn't get no return on investment. I was absolutely devastated. But at the time I didn't know because Instagram Reels wasn't here. We didn't have any of this software. So it's all about learning and using what you know. Right, so what I'd like to do, my next step, my call to action, is you can use my QR code, you can find me on social media, on Social Butterfly Academy, but I will be following all your businesses. So if I can find you, I will be searching for you. And if not now, I will find you. Thank you very much. All right, Layla's coming off now. Layla's a bit hot. Thank you. Thank you.
One question I did have quickly is, what is the best way to convert from views to email list? What would be a top tip?
So to go from views to email is really the call to action is like getting people to kind of follow through. Is if they've now gone from your views, is to keep nurturing them continuously. Nurture them, build that relationship again and again. As the more they get to know you and you're consistent with your content, they're more likely to build onto your email list. But the email list is so important.
So it's that click to download.
Yeah,
that you haven't
yeah,
gathered.
Yeah. Click to
Right.
download.
Yeah.
But even in the bio, I wouldn't say put lots of links in because you're getting people confused. I know you can do it on Canva. You can have, even on Instagram now, you can have more than one link. Like right now, I've got 2 links. One too many for me because I just want to have them to go to one place, go. If you put so many links, they're going to go here, they're going to go there, they're going to go. What do you want them to do at that point in time? You want them to go to one place. So keep it focused, keep it streamlined.
Thank you very much. Brilliant.
Thank you.